stretching, some breathing, just talking about staying well during these times. So I'm going to just start off with like a small chat about mindfulness. What is mindfulness? I have a friend that gave me a great definition, and it was pretty simple. It's paying attention on purpose. So I'll give you an example. When you're brushing your teeth, are you paying attention to brushing your teeth? Or are you thinking about other things? The mind's thinking about what you're going to do for the day, or maybe you're dwelling on the past. Usually the mind is somewhere else when you're brushing your teeth. I think the statistic says it's roughly 40% of the time we're not paying attention to the action that we're doing. So again, like brushing your teeth, you're not really like, let me get the back, let me get the sides, you know. So how is mindfulness important? Why is it important? How can it benefit you? I think becoming more mindful, you will have less anxiety, less depression. I think you're going to be able to manage your stress better, improve the quality of your sleep, your relationships with others. Those are some heavy, good benefits right there, just to start off. So I'm going to chat a little bit about reacting and responding. When you react to something, it's kind of just something that happens real fast, right? Like if you get in an argument with your friend, your mom, your spouse, or they do something that triggers you and you just react real quick. Responding is kind of thought out. It's more of, let's take a deep breath. And then I'm going to answer you in a better, calmer way. So here's a good example. I use this sometimes when I work with students at a school. You call your friend, you have some good news, and they pick up the phone and they're like, what do you want? You know, like a nice attitude, and you're just like, never mind, you know, and you hang up the phone. So you reacted, right? You just hung up the phone because you were giving into your emotions of, you know, this person gave me an attitude. All I did was give them a call. But what you could have done was take a deep breath, right? That has some meaning behind it. So you take a deep breath. And then maybe you could say to your friend, hey, is everything all right? You know, that's more of a response, because maybe you took a moment to say, wow, maybe this person's not in a great place right now. Maybe they are having a pretty tough day. So taking that chance to breathe and then respond can be beneficial to your relationships with others. It's really empowering, because a lot of times in life we feel like we just have to speak right away, right? Like someone asks you a question and they want that instant gratification. Give me the answer now. And you have a right to take a breath and to think it out so that you're not just doing a reaction. So react versus respond has to do with mindfulness, right? Becoming more mindful in the moment, not just allowing yourself to speak words that you're not even really paying attention to. So to get back to how mindfulness can help with anxiety and depression, a lot of depression comes from dwelling on the past. I should have done this, I could have done this better, Why didn't I do that? And just kind of wallowing in this. A lot of anxiety can come from the fear of the unknown, worrying about the future. How am I going to do this? What if that happens? So all these what ifs, and the mind starts to kind of spiral out of control. So if you bring yourself right to here, my son's hockey stick just fell in the corner. Anyways, if you bring yourself to right here, right now, you can kind of bring yourself out of those modes. So it's kind of like I'm sitting here, focused on deep breathing. I'm okay in the moment. It's like taking one day at a time down to one breath at a time. So a really great way to practice mindfulness is to start to connect to deep breathing. During the day, we're obviously breathing all day. Do you ever check in with that? Do you ever say, like, how am I breathing today? What's my quality of breath like? Are you breathing fast? Are you breathing slow, shallow, deep? Start to learn to check in with the breath. And once you start to notice how you're breathing, you can really start to calm your body, calm your mind. On average, we have about 50,000 thoughts in a day. That's a lot of thinking. So you have the power to really become the master of your mind instead of the slave of your mind. You have the power to rewire your thought patterns. Let's say you're someone who's a little more pessimistic and you kind of see the problems in things. The first step here is just noticing your thought patterns, right? Noticing your self-talk, how you speak to yourself. If you notice that you do some things that are more negative, you can start to rewire the brain, literally create new pathways, should I say. I'll give you an example. Let's say you catch a thought that's negative. Try to replace it with something more positive. So let's say you're like, oh man, it's raining today, it's going to be a bad day. Instead, you can say, all right, it's raining outside, but this is really good for the plants and the trees. They'll get some water, so maybe I'll have some more beautiful flowers coming soon, and I can get a lot done inside today. Just trying to retrain the mind. It takes time. It takes time to retrain these thoughts that you're having. So don't get discouraged if the mind continues down a certain path. Just keep catching it. Noticing it is step one, and then redirecting it is step two. So that's just a little bit of thought on mindfulness. Again, mindfulness is paying attention on purpose. It's just a good way to start really connecting with the now, the right here, the right now. Do you ever hear that saying? People say, like, you know, if you don't get here now, your whole life is just going to pass you by because you're living in the past and the future. There's truth in that. So really start to connect with now, in this moment right here. Let's get into some breathing and stretching. I'm going to move back onto my mat here. So come to a comfortable seat. Try to sit up nice and tall here. Really find length in the rib cage. You can rest your hands in your lap, and I invite you to close your eyes down. And let's just connect to the breath. Start to breathe a little deeper into your belly. And try to breathe through the nose. See if you can slow it down a little more. Go ahead and take a nice inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. And then exhale nice and slow. Inhale deep. Hold the breath. Exhale nice and slow. Relax those shoulders 3 more times on your own. Breathe in completely, then hold for 2, and then exhale completely, nice and slow, and really stay mindful here. Stay with the action of the breathing technique a few more times on your own in silence. I'll join you. And just start to breathe naturally again. Inhale, exhale, no retention. Notice if you feel any calmer. Maybe you have let go of some tension in your body. You can go ahead and blink the eyes open, and we'll just do a few stretches here. We're going to go ahead and place our left hand on the side of us. We're going to inhale, reach overhead, bending into that left elbow. Relax the neck. Breathe as deep as you can, opening up the rib cage towards the ceiling. And then switching sides. So right hand comes down, bend into that elbow, reaching overhead, feeling that stretch down the left side body. Relax the neck. Good. Let's do a gentle twist. So left hand comes behind us, right hand to the knee, sit up tall, looking over that left shoulder. Really concentrate on breath here. Keep your mind in the now. And then switching sides, left hand crosses over, looking over that right shoulder. Really sit up tall. And then we're going to go ahead and crawl those fingers forward. Just go as far as you can, maybe just the palms reaching forward. If you're able to, maybe getting those forearms down on the floor. And then relax the neck. You want to feel this on the sides of the thighs, in the glute area here. And it's all about staying present. Inhale, exhale, relax that neck. Rising up from there, let's just move the neck a little bit. Maybe you're feeling tension in the shoulders and the neck. So we'll start with the shoulders. Let's pull the shoulders up and back, up and back. And then rolling forward. And And let's move the neck a little bit here. Take your right hand, reach it over the head, reaching for that left ear, and just gently pulling down, getting that stretch on the right side. Focus on breath. Keep the mind here. And then going for the other side. Left hand reaches over, just gently pulling the neck down. Inhale, exhale. We're going to inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, looking down. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, looking down. One more. And exhale. Let's extend the left leg out. Right leg is in. We're going to fold forward. So I want you to find length here in the rib cage and then really reach forward. Find your edge. Maybe your edge is here. And just take some deep breaths wherever that edge may be today. Listen to your body. It's okay to get uncomfortable, but let's not cause any pain. Inhale, exhale. And rising up, let's go for the other side. So left leg's gonna pull in, right leg extends. Really flex that foot so you're getting that deep stretch. And then reaching those arms forward, going to your space where it feels slightly uncomfortable, but you're not in pain. Bring the mind right back to inhale, exhale. Rising up. We'll do one more stretch here. Let's bring the bottoms of the feet together. We're going to allow the hips to settle. So maybe your knees are high like mine. Maybe they're really flat. Go ahead and apply some pressure to the thighs with your elbows. Breathing deeply. Awesome. Let's sit back tall again. I just want you to set some goals for yourself for the rest of this evening or for tomorrow. Let's work on some patterns that we can change. So maybe right now you're focused on the fear of the unknown, right? We're in a situation where we aren't sure what's going to happen. When can we come out of this lockdown? When can we stop wearing a mask to the store? When can we hug our family members, right? So when those thoughts start to come up, I want you to have a sentence that you can go to. So maybe your sentence is, I accept that things aren't normal right now, but this shall pass. Maybe that's what you say to yourself. I accept that things aren't normal right now, but this shall pass. Or maybe your sentence is, I'm going to spend more time with family when this passes. I want you to pick something that's going to work for you. So when the mind starts to go negative, I want you to bring it to something positive. For me right now, my business is closed. I'm working from home. I'm teaching a few yoga classes a week, making some videos, but that's it. My interaction with my communities, my clients, all of that is shut down right now. And there's days where I'm definitely feeling it. I'm missing the connection of human touch. So I'm trying to redirect my thoughts when things come up and I feel in a negative space. I try to remind myself that this is going to pass, and I'm going to deepen all of my relationships when I start to see people in person. I'm going to stay more mindful in the moment. I'm going to be a better listener to my friends, to my family. I try to focus on who I can become after quarantine. How can I become a better version of myself? So when my mind goes negative, I'm bringing myself there. If you have any questions, if you need someone to talk to, you want to learn some deep breathing techniques, you want to take some of the yoga classes, please reach out. You can email me at Melissa, MELISSA, at yoga for health, li.com. I look forward to seeing you again, and I hope you enjoyed this video.